Okay, I'm gonna try and get this all in one take. So, this is why I have not been uploading. This car and school and work and a couple miscellaneous things, such as PlayStation is very boring, but I'm gonna try to do vlogging style and stuff like that. So this is my 2001 Ford Mustang base model V6. Yes, this ain't a GT, this ain't Terminator, even though I wish it was a Terminator. But she's a fixer-upper. The last guy who had her is gonna sell it off to a junkyard, but then my dad said something about me needing a car, and here it is now, $500 later. So I just bought an engine for this because the engine that it currently has is bad. Has rod knock to it. It's rod knock heavy badly. It sits here dead in the backyard pretty much, but it still runs, it still drives. It parked here under its own power. It just can't go over idle, or else it wants to send a cylinder to Jesus. I don't know what cylinder it wants to send to Jesus, but I know it's one of them. So I'm gonna do a rebuild on this engine sometime in the future, probably next year. And in a couple weeks, I will be slamming a new engine in this car. I will record the whole process, post it up. But here's a little bit more about the car too. It's got powered locks, it's got powered windows. It's got premium audio setup, at least the factory one. My two front speakers are blown, but the back ones still work really well. The tach only goes to 120. I do want to change that to a 180, but that's going to be a lot of work. This car does not have ABS or traction control to it, as you can see. It also doesn't have fog lights, but this cassettes, it has discs, whatever it's called. My mind blanked out there. It has the steering wheel. It is a 4-speed automatic. The AC, to my knowledge, it doesn't work. And that mirror needs to be replaced. And the body, great shape for how much I got it for. I mean, it needs a spoiler, but I'm planning on just patching these holes and getting an aftermarket spoiler and getting the sequential lights for it, getting new wheels. I mean, they're not bad, but that's why. It's cracked all the way through, but it can still drive. It still rolls. Just don't take a corner too hard. I'm thinking I'm just gonna get some billet styles. Eventually, probably Krager's. All depends on what I do with it. It does need a paint job, especially showing that the fender how it is. Open the hood. Got the main reason why it was so cheap is this engine. I'm going to take some parts off it that are still good and throw it on the other engine, such as probably the plugs, the alternator, whatever is good on this. The battery, it still holds a charge. I just have it unplugged since it's been sitting back here for a month. It also has a pony on the thing. And as I close this hood, I'm not gonna latch it. It has your good old fake hood vents. And your typical, passenger seat. It's got a back seat. My back seat's trashed, just a little bit. I don't know what happened. I think that's like a Coca-Cola spill or something. The car also does have rust. I mean, it's all just surface stuff that we can get rid of. I'm gonna redo the weather stripping eventually when I do a full restore. A little bit of rust under the battery box, but that's a pretty typical spot. There's no rust anywhere else. I've checked under this whole car. There's nothing else. And the trunk space on it, it's not bad. It's not bad for a sports car. I mean, it should have a spare tire. The spare tire was blown badly or something. It was blown, so I don't have that spare tire anymore. So I need to go find a new spare tire. That's your trunk space. Everything here. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole car. I want it to be on the channel a lot more. That's why I'm doing it. Giving an introduction to her. I either want to mod the V6 that's gonna be in it, or the one that's in it right now after rebuild possibly. Or I throw a 4.6 or a 5.0 in it. Or I go crazy and throw a 351 Windsor. I haven't decided yet, but this is all future stuff. I do know I want a 5-speed swap it. 5-speed manual swap. I do know that. So, this is just the new project that's going to be on the channel. So, like, subscribe, helps out a lot. And that's about it. See ya.